Us. So with Us, it's beautiful little black girl. She's on vacation with her family in Santa Cruz. And I don't even know why they didn't try to stop her. Like, this was just so weird. So her parents, they're playing. I believe they're at a fair. Her parents, they're playing, having a good time. And Red, that's her name. Red just wanders off. She wanders off, and it's like, like the thunder is storming. She has a red candy apple, and she just drops it in the sand. And she goes into this spooky, creepy place where she comes in contact with her doppelganger. And all we see is she just makes that face. We don't see anything else. Next thing we know, her parents have her. She's not talking. They're like, what is wrong? This is not my daughter. She's not talking. There is something wrong with her. And they're like, oh, well, she's fine. She'll grow out of it, yada, 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 whatever. 30 years later, Adelaide is with her family. She's with her husband, Gabe, and her 2 children. So they're listening to I Got 5 on it. I was like, oh, that song chills. And she's like offbeat. And it's like, what is happening? And then, this part was kind of funny. He was like, the little boy was like, what does I Got 5 on it mean? And the girl is like, it's a song about weed. And the dad is like, no, it is not about weed. But yeah, so that was cute. So she realizes that they're headed to Santa Cruz, and she didn't want to go because of what happened 30 years ago. So, they meet up with their friends. White family, hilarious. They're on the beach chilling. Her white friend is like, I hate him. I don't like him. I just wish he would die. But the way that she said it was just so funny. And then the twins, they were playing with Adelaide and Gabe's children. And you see what looks like a scarecrow. And it's like blood is dripping. And it says, and you see this like throughout the movie, like in almost every scene, you see 1111 or 1111. And apparently it has like some biblical, there's some biblical meaning towards it. I can't remember exactly what it is, but something along the lines of you will have to, something like God won't be able to save you. Like you will have to face the evil and God won't be able to save you. Something like that. I was like, oh my goodness. Wow. So they make it to the place and she's just so uncomfortable. Like Adelaide is so uncomfortable. Everybody else is fine, but she's just so uncomfortable. So the evening time comes and there are the doppelgangers. Not just of Adelaide, but of each and every one of them. Gabe and the children. So they try to escape and all that kind of stuff. Whew. So Red is talking and Adelaide asks, "Who are you?" And she's like, "Us." I'm like, what? Oh my goodness. And like the little boy, he had like a mask on and just a whole bunch of. So the moms are like, okay, you 2 boys go and play. So the 2 boys go and play. They go in the closet. And the boys are mimicking each other. Every single thing that they do, the boy uncovers the mask. And you see that his doppelganger, Red's son, he has like burnt he doesn't have a mouth. And I believe it has something to do with fire. So someone blows it's either Red's son or Adelaide's son. They blow the fire out and it's just dark. So what ends up happening is after that happens, Adelaide's son is able to like escape and leaves the door locked. So Adelaide, like Red was able to overcome Adelaide, and even, you know, before all that was happening, Adelaide lets out that one tear that Chris let out in Get Out, and it was then that I was like, you know what? They're in the same universe. And even Jordan Peele has said they are in the same universe. I'm like, oh crap, wow. So, you know, some way, somehow, you know, Red overpowers Adelaide and is trying to hurt her. And it's kind of like, why are you trying to do all of this? And then Gabe and his doppelganger, because, you know, Gabe escapes from the house. Gabe and the daughter, they escape from the house. And the doppelgangers are just trying to, you know, attack them and all this other crazy stuff. So it doesn't happen. And then, you know, their white friends. Actually, Gabe ends up killing his doppelganger. And Red's daughter, Adelaide's daughter, ends up killing her doppelganger too. But man, the doppelganger, she kills some random white dude. Like, they were like killing people. And it's just like, but why? So they run to Adelaide and the kids, they run away to their friend's house, their white friend's house. And when they go there, they see like the white guy, he's been killed by his doppelganger. And the two twins, which, you know, is his nod to The Shining, they've been killed by their doppelgangers. So at this point, the white woman is the only one who's like still alive, and she's trying to, you know, she's trying to escape, but unfortunately she gets killed. And it was actually interesting because before she, you know, died, she was like, Olympia, call the police. And Olympia plays F the police. Hilarious. Like the whole, I also saw this one in the movie theater, and it's like everybody just started laughing. So long story short, actually, as they're trying to escape, the boy's doppelganger is under the car. I believe he's under the car. So he manages to, they managed to get out. And he gets out too, and that's when, you know, he gets the idea, like, you know what, he doesn't like fire, he's afraid of fire. So, you know, let me just walk in and walk back and walk back and walk back and walk back, and then that's the end of him. So Red kidnaps the boy. So at this point, Adelaide is just like, oh my gosh, what's happening? And this is where like they end up in the classroom. And this is where like the whole Hitchcock thing, where, you know, they zoom in on Red's face and you see Adelaide, you know, like she's in a small part. And she's talking about how, you know, like the people up above, how things are so much better for them. And it's like, you know, you guys forget about the people below, and how, you know, I used to be a dancer, I used to love to dance and all these kind of things. And as she's telling the story, there's a flashback of what happened. So here you see that Adelaide choked Red to the point where Red couldn't speak anymore. Red drags Adelaide. No, Adelaide drags Red somewhere, and like as she's doing it, like she's smiling. She has like this evil smile on her face. And, you know, I guess she pretty much leaves her. So I believe for Red, I think it was also revenge. Like she wanted to make sure that the people below were able to enjoy the people above, because the people above were doing much better than the people below. The people below, it seems like, like they were struggling for food and all this other stuff. And pretty much Adelaide, and listen, I love this scene. This is where I got 5 on it. Like it's like a horror thriller version. I loved the soundtrack of Us over Get Out for sure. So Adelaide like chokes out Red. She choked out Red because she didn't want Red to take away her life. So she's like, And it's like, as that's happening, Red is just, like whistling. And as she's whistling, there's blood. It was crazy. And that was that. That was the end of Red. So here we figure that Adelaide is actually the bad doppelganger. So they finally get in the car because they got separated from Gabe and the daughter. So I guess, they were just trying to keep themselves safe and do whatever it is that they had to do. They did reunite. They did get in the car. I believe they were headed back home. And Adelaide turns back and she looks at her son, and the son just puts the mask because he tended to wear a mask in the movie. He just took the mask, he looked at her, wore the mask, and she just turned back around, and they're driving off. And you like see hands across America. Like any single time that someone got killed, it's like their doppelganger joined hands with the other doppelgangers. So the way that Us ended, it's kind of like that was anticlimactic to me. I'm like, really? But I really, really loved Us. Now, which one do I think is better? Get Out had a better storyline to me. The actors in both movies were, oh my goodness, they were so dope. The soundtrack in Us, to me, was better. Us was a little bit more funnier than Get Out. They both make you think. Like, to me, they're more so like social thrillers, and I think that's also what Jordan Peele calls them. To me, they're like social thrillers. They were both really good movies. Us was a good follow-up to Get Out. I still do believe Get Out is a better movie. However, I do still recommend Us because Us is a good movie. I can watch it over and over, though the end was anticlimactic. I wasn't really pleased with the end because it's kind of like, that's it. Like, that's how it ended. I do love how, they had Minnie Riperton's song, rest in peace, Soar. I do love that they had Minnie Riperton's song playing in the background. I did love that. I did love that they had Minnie Riperton's song playing at the end of the movie. I did love that. So yeah, I do recommend both. I prefer Get Out personally, but would I watch both of them again? Yes. Does Us have a better soundtrack? Yes. Does it have a bit more humor? Yes. But does Get Out have a better storyline? Yes. Does Get Out keep you thinking? Yes. Now with Us, as you keep watching, you can kind of figure out what's going on if you pay attention to the hints, because there are kind of some small hints that let you know that this person isn't the person, the person that went into that place was not the same person that came out. You kind of figure that out. But yes, they are both great movies. Great job to Jordan Peele. Love it. I'm excited to see what he's going to do next, especially since Get Out and Us are in the same universe. I am excited to see, what the next movie is going to be. I did hear that he's supposed to be doing a Candyman remake. I don't know if that's going to be intertwined into the Get Out Us universe. Who knows? So yeah, check out Get Out, check out Us. They are both awesome, awesome movies. But again, I believe that Get Out is better. But hey, they're both awesome. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And hey, let me know, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer Get Out? Do you prefer Us? Do you love both? What do you love about both movies? What don't you like so much about the movies? Or what don't you like so much about Get Out? What don't you really like about Us? Yeah, so, kick it in the comments. And as usual, Madame wants to thank you, thank you, thank you. And always remember, be optimistic and keep on moving no matter what.